Hello. Today, my colleague Gunish and we would like to present a case study of JMP Live integration with Python for production systems. First of all, my idea is to present as first broadly, roughly, idea of our company. So we work in a kind of old company since this 163. So the past early years of the company, it was printing official documents for the Prussian states in Germany, currently in Germany. In 1987, it was started to produce centralized the ID cards, so personalized the ID cards for German citizens. In the year 2000, this company was sold for Apax Partners. In 2015, it started to introduce the electronic passport with a chip inside. In 2019, this company was bought back for the government, so now the government has full shares of the company. In 2010, it introduced the electronic ID card, also with the chip inside for identification of the citizens. In 2018, the company had a different strategy, also for kind of a restructuration, and now we expanded for more digital offers. In 2020, another group structure, and now in 2021, we also established a company for security government communications like VPN and things in the direction for the public state for federal states. Good. It is a German company, mostly located inside of Germany, in Hamburg, Berlin. Look, so the headquarters in Berlin, but we also are in Hamburg, Hanover, Leipzig, Cologne, Bonn, Stuttgart, Munich, Cham. But we also have a place in Poland and Croatia. Basically, we do ID systems. So it means that federal government authorities, they can have the physical document like passports, ID cards, drive license, but also the digital form of this security ID. We serve also a digitalization service for federal states. With COVID, we worked intensively to healthcare markets to provide like the identification of the patients and the practice for the doctors. As we print documents for the government, one of the documents that the government has is the currency, the banknote. So we print banknotes for Germany and also for other federal states. We work with classify information. So digitalization with safety is also one of the core of our products. And we also have products and solutions for security in companies as well. This is a bit of the figures of the year 2022. We sold approximately 8.4 million ID cards, 5.1 million passports, 5.1 million driving license, 0.9 billion banknotes, 0.8 billion post stamps, 4.6 billion taxes, and no physical security stamps. Is this kind of stamps that sometimes come with the cigarettes or the beverage that we need to cover like a seal. Good. This is an overview of the company. So with that, I can present a bit of the overview of our project here. We're going to talk about the collective shipping. First, the concept. As our clients are the federal states or like the public offices, when someone order a passport or when someone order ID, drive license or ID card, there's a deadline to deliver that for the office. So our production systems, in between the production system, the delivery location, we have waiting zones. The idea here is to optimize the costs of delivery, to never miss a deadline, but to not make a lot of different posts. So we collect first, and then we send everything inside of this deadline. So if you have like our document being produced, this document should be the delivery location A. And if this document is very fresh in the production system, this document waits and waits to the next. we see the time passing, wait to the next, and so on. When the package is full, then this is a delivery event. We don't need to wait to the limit of the documents if the package is already full. On the other hand, if you have documents coming and then the time pass, maybe another document came, the time pass, and you still have chance to deliver everything in the deadline, even though the box or the package is not full, we make a delivery event to keep the deadline. So in that way, we try to save delivering costs for our products. Good. That's the first idea, how the collective shipping works. What I'm going to present now is the layout of a machine that we have to make that happen. So the document comes in a kind of transport band. And well, to parallelize is not only one, 4 of them. The document comes for different, this number from 11 to 14 is the reader that reads the QR code, no, the data matrix code that is written in the document. Then, if the document needs to go for delivery zones, the delivery waiting zone 1, that could be like the delivery locations from 0 to almost 2,000, 9,999. So then we have the timestamp of this document going to this waiting zone. And when this document get out, we have the reader number 15 to say, okay, this document left the waiting zone 1. Of course, if this document does not belong to the waiting zone 1, we jump for the next station. This document can also go for the waiting zone 2 for the different part of the country where we're going to deliver it. And we parallelize that in 4 ways. So we have 4 waiting zones. And every green marks there with the number 11, 12, until 34. So they are the readers or the number of the reader that makes a kind of a log file for this machine. The point is, this machine, the software belongs to the company who produced the machine, and we didn't have too much access to see, for example, how many documents were produced per hour, how many documents pass in this transport band in the last day or in the last week. So one way, what happens is someone asked, hey, can you figure out like a way to generate a report, because last week was something happened. So the first thing was, yeah, let's see what we can do. And first we analyzed the log file structure, and the log file is like a big text with the information what happened in the machine. But one important text that happened is on position 14 gelesen, that means red, and the position for 14, reader 14. So with this information, know that this reader was active, and we can filter everything that comes with this gelesen at the end. Is a message that the reader was reading something. With that, we have the reader number. With the reader number, we also can have with this log file the timestamp. With the timestamp, and all the information that comes in the same text gives like here's an anonym, but gives the information about the package ID, the product, the process, the priority. So with this information, we could generate a better overview of our process and generate graphics for hourly production and also inactivity in the time that the machine was inactive. The limitation is it was only made by demand, because there's roughly connection between this machine and our office computer, which means that the engineer must go to the machine with a memory stick, get these text log files, convert these files into those graphic informations. So that was made with a Python script, but this Python script could not be launched in office. In our office computers. So at the end was a kind of a tick-tock between computers just to generate a PDF static report and send that later per email. And this is a kind of example of inactivity report that you see that for when these stripes are marked, and that those times the readers were not being read. Like in this case, from the 11, 12, 13, and 14. That's the beginning of the transport band. Good. I'm going to give the word to my colleague Gunnar so she could go deeply in the architecture and also the implementation in Jump Live.
Thank you, Luis. So let's have an overview. Let's have an overview of what Luis already told us. Like, first of all, this report that Luis showed you was a on-demand report. It was done manually, and it was a static report. What does mean is like the log files that in the machine took with USB stick, came to a computer that is offline, which also has Python, and then with the Python script, this logs were like filtered and cleaned, and then the report is generating afterwards. And then the generated PDF reports were taken with USB stick and brought to the online computer, scan, always important, and then sent to a mail who asked for the report, and the user will get a mail, like one of the mails in the day. So they had to read it, they have to see the PDF, and they can see the results. So everything is good, but then the requirements changed. The management of this line, production line, they wanted to see the reports daily to be able to react faster to some inactivities. And that's why we decided, okay, let's do a Jump Live report. But we also said like, okay, we already have a script, a report. How can we create a synergy between these Python and Jump to be able to gain time? And that's was the idea of this presentation. And we decided, okay, we still have the log files. Let us get through that from the production network. And let us use this like Python script in a computer that is a server that's just like from IT, and then it will still filter. So it's the same script, little bit changed, and this data cleaning still happens in Python. And then the clean data comes to a database, also for archive reasons. Like if you want to look at the data from last year, we can still see it. And then Jump was like getting to this database through a Jump script, GSS script. And at the end of the GSS script, when all the reports are ready, we had also the same script, Jump Live report scripts. And that's how we published everything to the Jump Live server at the end for the user. That's just like a internet browser that's inside our production servers. So it saved us so many time, and on top of it, it was much easier for the user. So let's see, how can I do Jump Live code implementation? Because I know that many of you maybe don't use Jump Live yet, but it's very similar to any GSL code. And to be able to publish to Jump Live, first of all, you define a connection. And this is like the function new Jump Live connection, your connection name. And this connection name is like something that you put on your Jump once manually with the server name and to the port that's relative to the server and your user and your password. You save everything with the name. And my name for the server is Jump Live 17. That's why I recall new Jump Live, this connection. I'm connected to this server. And then I want to define my contents, like what do I want to publish? I want to publish 3 reports. So I define my variable contents, and then with new Jump Live content function, I'm able to recall my variable. This is the graph that I built in GSL, and then I give it a name, what I want to see in Jump Live. And this is also what I see here, as you see. And then I want to also update my data regularly. So I don't want to do this once. I want to update it. But the first implementation in Jump Live, I just like when I finish the report, I just publish them once manually, because it's much easier to do it in the GUI, which folder I want to go in and which tables I want to publish. But then with the script, I automate it with to refresh it. And here you can see like, okay, I have also a data table. I need to update this data table every time when the new data is come. So there's like a name of the data table. This is also what I used in my script. And then I need an ID here. Where is this ID is coming from is like every report or a data table inside the JMP Live, they have this like 3 points. And if you click this three points, you can see like copy ID to clipboard. And this ID you can use to refer in your script to refresh the data. So this is our data table ID. So I put it here. And I say with update data table, please update this data table every time when I run the script. So, and then I want to replace my reports. You can ask why, because normally the reports are also connected to the data table. So when the data table is refreshed, the reports should be also refreshed automatically. It does happen, but what I have in my reports is active selected filters. And this active selection of filters happens with every run of the script, like to last day or last week. And if you just update the data table and the pictures that are connected to it, you cannot select the active week or the last week. So this filter change is not happening. That's why it's really good to replace your graphs also. And you can do it just easily saying to replace to your JMP Live connection. And I want to replace content 1, for example. They all have the same data table. So I just like copy paste the same data table here, but they have different picture IDs. And these are the graph IDs that you can just copy exactly how you did the data table. And then that's it. That's enough. Let's look at the graphs. What are the results? And this is like a shipment activity table that I published to JMP Live. And you can see here, I have different kind of filters. And right now it's like selected to inactive because for the managers, it's more important to know when was the machine not working instead of when was it working. And you can also choose different weeks or different days. As you see here, 1, 2, 3, these filters are conditional. So if I choose one, the others are just like connected. So it's just shown the dates of the 15th week of the year. And then you can see here, like before waiting zone, after waiting zone, what was the waiting times or like inactivities inside the machine, inside these readers that Luis already showed in the pictures. And you can also see, there's like this auto update function. If you take this out, you can choose easily different filters and then say update manually. If you don't choose it to check this out, then with every change of the filter, it will update automatically. If you have a huge data, that's really hard to wait every time you click something. So I really suggest to check it out. And then you can see like different kind of durations, like how long was the machine inactive for any different reader group. Yeah. So if we look at the second graph, this one is just saying like hourly development. And this is specific for different products. So you can see with different colors, the hourly, before waiting zone or after waiting zone prepared packages. And you can see here also like a day and then a different kind of hours inside this day. So for example, here is 0 is like 18th of December at 0 in midnight. And then you can see, okay, how much packages for which product I had before waiting zone, I had after waiting zone. I can see like how is my development through the production machine. And I can still choose on my own different kind of filters if I'm interested in last week or the week before. I am able to see it all on my own. And the third report that's used by the management is like a graph that shows like the weekly development. So you can see here like different weeks and also daily packages amount. These numbers are just like generated for this presentation. And you can still see before waiting zone, after waiting zone, and you see like a weekly average. So how was my weekly average? And you already see like this empty days were most likely to be the weekends. And you can still have a filter option here to see some specific weeks. And this is how you can regulate your like production line. So this helped us a lot. And if we want to talk about some of the benefits, first of all, it was our first time to make the Python code integrated with Jump. And we like the experience because it saves us time. We don't have to write everything in Jump again, although it is possible. And then we also had a time gain, approximately 30 minutes per day, if Luis had to do it daily on his own, and he's an engineer, and saving 30 minutes engineering time is a good gain for us. And then on top of it, with a web browser and in Jump Live, we will give the access to many people for all the reports anytime. And they have their own dynamic features, so they can do also a little bit analysis on their own, without needing to come to us and ask for a specific date or anything. And then these scripts that is prepared in Jump, we put them in Windows Scheduler. So a server is automatically publishing it to update all these reports, and it works like a charm so far. And with that, we have to do it just once. We have to just develop the script once, and then the report is ready for the user all the time. And also, like, if you think about the usage, I know like Jump has also like this like green buttons, and you can easily open what you prepared in Jump graphs, etc. You can do dashboards, but like almost everyone knows how to use a web page. And in Jump Live, they just need to go to this web page. And in this web page, they have to just like click their own report and have very basic ways to look at the report and the results, which helps us a lot for to be able to reach anyone from different backgrounds. And that's a very big win for us. So that was our presentation. Thank you for listening. For the questions, you can maybe mail us or find us, and yeah, thank you.